Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Lone Star Barn Burner Hockey Podcast. I'm JJ. Going to be joined by my buddy Weldon. Let's talk some Dallas Stars hockey, shall we? Sit back, relax, enjoy the show.
Dallas Stars! Dallas Stars! Dallas Stars! Dallas Stars!
Hey, there he is.
What's up?
Not much, man. What about you?
Oh, just got home from work a little bit ago.
Well, thanks for taking the time to come on the show.
Well, you're lucky because the lawnmower died. So,
Because the lawnmower died?
yep.
Oh. Well, thank you.
Darn the luck, don't have to mow the grass before I go out of town.
Oh, I get what you're saying now. Okay.
Yeah, but it did die. So,
Okay. Well, that makes it sound like the only way you came on the show, or the only reason, is because your lawnmower died. Well, dang.
so,
Aha. All
So-
right, man. What's up?
did you get to watch the game last night?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, that's right. You live in a cave.
Oh no.
It was actually a really, really good game. They fell behind, but they tied it up with less than 30 seconds and played a really, really good overtime. But
That's still lost, right?
came up short, but it was the kids put up a really, really good fight, versus
Well,
the top line of Colorado.
Oh,
Their top D pair. Well, McCarr wasn't playing, but Taves was playing. So probably about half of their top, players were playing.
are you serious?
Yep,
Half of them?
at least.
Holy cow.
So they, they held their own. They made a few mistakes, and there was a couple of really, really pretty shots that that Colorado did. I'm not sure on at least two of them that even Ottinger could have stopped them. They were just really, really pretty shots.
That's reassuring.
Yeah. Christopher Gibson looked really good. So I don't know what's in his future. I didn't see if he was released today or.
He actually was, I believe. I shared it because I saw his name. Now I don't remember where he came up. I don't know if he was sent down or if he was released. I'm going to have to look that up.
Yeah.
Now it's bugging.
I didn't realize that he had been in the Seattle system last year, because when he came out on the ice for his spot to play, he was wearing a Kraken's mask.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. So I didn't realize that he had played with the Kraken. So
I didn't either. I honestly thought maybe he came over from like one of the foreign leagues. I don't know how to say it. That's crazy. And I hope and pray the demon that's barking is not picked up.
No, nothing to being picked up.
Okay, good. I can hear it, so I thought maybe you could. Christopher Gibson has been released from his PTO.
Oh, okay.
There's a
Well,
whole list. Let's see. What did you think of? What is this dude's name? I can't even. Simona? Did you like him at all?
from what I saw of him, he didn't look bad.
He's been sent down to Texas. So our Curry, Grushnikov, Cairo, McDonald, Murray, Reedy, Simonov, Stranges, and White are all loaned to Texas.
Okay.
And then your ATOs, Ben Berard, Keaton Mastrodonato, Brian Thompson, and Benjamin Zalotti, I guess. They've all been released from the amateur tryouts. And then Gibson, Caro, McKenzie, and Murray are all released from their PTOs, which, from my understanding, just means they're going to get sent down to the Texas Stars for training camp.
Yeah.
And then waivers, this is what gets me, unless it's just so they could get sent down. Bayreuther, Kamano, Parlstrom, and Pouliot.
Yeah, that's probably why. Just to get them down through the system. And
Oh, okay. So we're not in any danger of losing them, it sounds like.
I mean, not unless, somebody needs them, on another team somewhere.
Oh, shoot. That's right. They can claim them.
Yeah.
That was a big brain fart on my part.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see what they do, because you said that the Brian Thompson had been released.
Yes, sir.
Because that's that other big boy. That's that other 6'5" kid.
See, that's why I was kicking around Poirier and who else was it?
Murray.
Yeah, I think it was. The one of the last shows that we did, it baffled me because you do have those two big guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you gonna do with them? Are they ECHL age? I don't think so. Or does that matter?
I didn't realize in the ECHL there was an age limit.
I didn't. Well, I mean, it's just I was throwing that out there. Because I mean, age limit would be like the WHL, OHL, and that sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
ECHL, I mean, from my understanding, is you might actually be living on borrowed time.
Yeah, there were guys playing at Allen that were in their 30s.
Yeah, there was a. You remember Jamie Shafsma?
Yeah.
He was there.
Oh
well. When my family and I went, he crashed into the glass and spilt my mom's popcorn.
Well, it's better than if you have your beer sitting on the rails and you're sitting, right close to the ice. Sagan will intentionally knock your beer off.
Oh, yeah. You see, yeah. No, I'm not a beer guy anyway, but that's terrible. Man, what a butthead! Got to get him on the show somehow. That'd be funny as heck. Oh yeah, so the roster's down to 33.
Okay.
That means hockey is getting very close.
Yeah. And I see that Mr. Jordy Ben has made the second cut.
Oh man, he's got one more cut to go?
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, I mean, like I said, he could always still end up in Texas,
But okay, let's say he does make it. Who goes down? Can you send anybody down?
Unless they're just going to carry multiple defensemen,
Oh shoot. I didn't think about that.
It
looks like Bork is and Stankoven made it too.
Yeah, they're still. I mean, I'm sure that there can still be more sent down because I don't even think they've started I don't even think Texas has started their training camp, have they?
No. Where did I read it? I think I read it on their Facebook page. It's like in the next week or so that they start. Something like that. So, I mean, that's going to be a loaded roster too. Then
Yeah.
crazy hockey in Texas are doing really well.
Yep. So, but now the game last night look competitive. I mean, and this was most of the kids playing. I think Sagan, Marchment um, were the two big boys that I kept hearing. Um, Lundqvist scored a goal. I mean, Lundqvist had a blast. That that game tying goal that he put up, holy crap! That was a hell of a shot. So
Oh yeah, it's some of the highlights too.
yeah,
They posted on Facebook. Yeah, it was. That rattled some teeth if it hit somebody.
yeah.
Whew. Well, he might be staying up there then too.
Oh, he's staying. It's just how much playtime he's going to get. You know, I think he's going to have to go in and prove that one that he can take a beating.
Yeah.
That was his problem with the Rangers. He couldn't take that beating that of a full season. So,
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
and then last year, he played 60 games. So the coaches got a good look at what he was capable of doing.
Yeah.
So I think this year I think he's going to get a little bit more look and everything. So because how much longer? I mean, granted, we have Hanley for 2 more years this year and next year, but how long is he going to be around? You know,
Solid point.
so Harley's the same way. Harley's got to get looks at Harley and Lundqvist. They're both first round draft picks, drafted in the first round. So, I think one was 12 and the other one was 18 or something like that.
Jeez.
Yeah, they were both drafted pretty high.
And they're both here.
Yep.
That says a lot about them.
Yeah.
It really does. They got a lot to live up to, in my opinion.
Yeah.
High round picks. Well, it could be higher, but
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, man. Like that Jordy Ben thing though. You got Lindell, you got Lundqvist, Suter, right? Jordy
Mm-hmm.
Ben. Who am I missing? Hanley, Harley,
Harley, Hakanpää.
Hakanpää. Oof. Can you imagine Hakanpää and would they put Jordy Ben with him? You think?
You could.
That would be interesting. I don't think I'd want to step on the ice in front of those two.
Yeah. Yeah, because even last night, Jordy was laying the body. So, he obviously still doesn't mind, hitting people. So
Good. That's kind of what I wondered if they lacked. Like they seem like a finesse team. Granted, I'm watching it from long distance. I don't know. So, but they would rather skate around you than absolutely demolish you. And
yeah.
I'm wondering if against the Colorado, like yesterday, seems like living proof. Would they be all right with beating people up a little bit?
I think once the main roster is completely back on the ice,
Yeah.
I think this year may be a little different than last year with Colorado. Because last year we had a hard time with Colorado.
Yeah, we did.
And if they can get Nils going, if they can get Harley going, if if they need some size, you've still got Jordy and Hockenpah, you know, and then if the kids are going, Bork or Stankoven, I think it could be a little different because there was a couple of breakaways last night that McKinnon had, and Stankoven was staying right with him and defending against him, and he was holding his own. He was keeping up with Stankoven's or with McKinnon's moves.
Oh, wow.
So
McKinnon has some moves too.
yeah, I mean McKinnon's a big boy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
That's
you know
crazy.
there's
So,
and there's not a whole lot of guys that can keep up with him or defend against him. Now, granted, Stankoven I think he got a penalty for for a little bit of holding on McKinnon on one of them. I think it was him. So
would you say he was tired? Maybe give him the
no, just
benefit of the doubt.
just McKinnon outmaneuvered him. You know,
Ah, okay.
got around him, and he had to grab a hold of him. So
So it was the last resort sort of thing. Man, so he very well could make the starting roster, huh?
I don't see why he couldn't. You know,
That is wild. I'm having a hard time figuring out what this team's gonna look like come opening night. I really am. And like from a fan's perspective, obviously, it's just like this is gonna be a lot of fun.
oh yeah.
A lot of fun.
I think probably tomorrow night. I think we'll probably see more of the big boys playing. I think
Ah,
I think there'll be more of Jamie's playing, Marchment, Sagan, maybe Pavelski, and you'll sprinkle in, Stankoven and Bork and whoever else is still up. So because we're only a little over a week and a half away.
jeez.
I'm I'm honestly surprised that Jake hasn't been in the net for at least a period.
Yeah, that's living on the wild side. How's he gonna be?
Yeah.
Like that. If I was the goalie in that position, man, I would be barking up everybody's tree. Like,
Yeah.
put me in.
Yeah. I mean, because they only have 3 more games and we're at opening night.
That's nuts.
So,
Really has flown by.
yeah.
Yeesh. Well, do you give Wedgwood another shot then, or do you put him on Murray?
Well, I think Murray's already been sent down, hasn't he?
Did I say that?
I think he's already been sent down.
Oh, that might have been a JJ mistake. Or is the other? How? Where's the other list of people that they cut? I know there's more than one.
So, because you've got Colorado at home tomorrow night, and then you've got Thursday, you've got St. Louis. So Jake has got to play in one of those.
You would think.
I would give Wedgwood Minnesota again.
Ooh.
Because I don't want Pat Maroon, the goon, anywhere around Jake.
Yeah. No, you really don't.
Because he's already fallen on, Wedgwood, whether it be an accident or not. So.
Which we all know, or we all think we know the truth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Matt Murray loaned to Texas. I just said that. Oops.
Yeah.
Well, so that for sure leaves Jake and Wedgwood.
Yeah.
Okay. That does it for the goalies. Man, I don't know. Like, I gotta see the rest of the roster. Because I had a point that I was gonna make, and it just totally, after the Matt Murray thing, I'm like, I went brain dead for a second, I guess. Let's see. Team. There we go. That is not what I wanted to do. Okay. Where is the roster? Am I that blind? I think I'm blind, Weldon.
Well, he needs new glasses.
I just saw the eye doctor. No. Oh. Leon Bischel? Bischel? Is that how you say his name?
Michelle.
Oh, wait. No, they didn't edit. They didn't change this up at all. Kamano is still up here in this. Well, that doesn't help the point that I was going to make.
Did Deminetti, did he get loaned back to Texas?
You know what? I don't know.
I'm just looking at the regular roster that's on the page.
Who was it?
Riley Deminetti.
I think he might still be up. Got to go back to 5 days ago because that's where I saw the original first cuts.
I know he was still up from the first.
Yeah. Okay, so no,
first cut.
He hasn't been cut at all.
Let's see.
Well, that's interesting. But Curtis McKenzie was released from the PTO.
Yeah, he's just going back to, because he's got a contract. He was on an athletic tryout because he's the captain down there.
Yeah, that's interesting. I thought maybe he had a shot up here.
No, he's just never really grabbed it when he's been here. I mean, he's had flashes of looking really, really good, but he just never can seem to hold on. And okay, where is? I'm sitting here looking at diehards and looking at the trying to look at what Ketchum has posted and not seeing where, he shared the cuts and stuff.
The one guy that I was asking you about the other night, I think, is still up here too. Kid that got injured.
Oh yeah, well he can't go anywhere because he's injured. So I don't think you can release an injured player.
I didn't even think about being released. Wow.
Okay, so Daminetti is still up here.
Yeesh. Keep him up here then.
Well, he'll be a last to move down.
That's a good sign for me. Like, you're making it to the final cuts, that means they're really looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being hopeful for Delandria when he was in that position. I was like, come on, let him make it. Let him make it.
Yeah.
Final cuts, and he was gone. I was like, ah.
Well, he's still young, so. But he'll be here next year.
Yeah.
Or this year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is this year now. It's October.
Yep.
Finally, October has come back to steal a line from The Rock.
Yeah, came back 2 days ago.
Thanks, Weldon.
Just had to remind you.
You were the one telling me that we're in October.
Yep.
I love it. Hockey
So
time is here. Well, who are you looking forward to seeing the Stars play most in the early season?
I still like the well, it's not really my tradition, but it's my wife's tradition is when Edmonton comes to town.
Oh yeah. Ooh, McDavid. Yike.
Yeah. But you look at it, Dallas has played very well against Edmonton.
Yeah, they have.
They've contained McDavid and Draisaitl. That Edmonton's going to look different this year. Their defense has gotten a little better. Their goaltending is still absolute garbage. They rely on a soup can and Skinner. So
A soup cannon Skinner. Dang, Weldon.
Campbell, an ex Dallas reject.
Oh,
Didn't like him when they picked him. Didn't like him when they kept him. So
seriously, you didn't like him at all?
I never liked Campbell.
Wow.
I didn't think he was worth the draft pick that we gave to him, considering that we took him over Cam Fowler, which was turned out to be an elite defenseman. For many years now, he's starting to drop off, but I would have rather had him than having Campbell.
Man, Cam Fowler is a Dallas Star. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But then doesn't that change the trajectory of the organization period? Would you even have Miro right now?
Oh, you might still have Miro. I mean, Fowler wasn't a game changing or an organizational changer, but he's still a great defenseman.
Oh yeah.
You know, it it's awesome to go back and look over, who Dallas took in what round, and then you look at guys that were available and you look at them now and you're going, why the hell didn't you pick him? You know?
What did you see?
Yeah. What did that team see in, a Timmy Panarin, or Tarasenko that you picked, so and so over him, and but it's easy to look, 10 years into the future and go, oh man, we should have taken him,
Yeah. Nobody has that crystal ball, man.
No, and then you get guys that were drafted first round overall, and they turn out to be flops. Look how many Edmonton had on those.
Ooh.
So
Ouch. Well, I mean, on the other hand, Dallas has done really well. They may not have, I don't want to say household names, but the large caliber players like that.
yeah,
They may not have the ones that just jump out at you, but man, they've got some real skills, in my opinion.
oh yeah,
Like, again, you don't have the crystal ball. Sometimes you just luck into it, and boy, they've done really well.
yeah. Well, I think since Jim Neal has come on board, we've drafted way better.
It's because he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Not gonna throw anybody under the bus here, but
Yeah, there were some guys that, the former players and things like that were no, they weren't good at being a GM.
I have no idea who you're talking about at all.
One starts with an N.
No. We're not gonna name names. No, sir. Negative. And I might have his replica Stanley Cup ring sitting right beside me too.
Oh yeah, he did help us win the Stanley Cup, but you know,
As a GM, ugh.
no, not as a GM, as a player.
No, I know. I'm saying, but as a GM, ew, not a chance. I mean, the novelty of it was cool.
See, but what I look back on that is looking into the crystal ball. Look at what we gave up to get him.
Oh my! You mean a Genla?
Yes.
Oof. Yeah, but there's no guarantee that he would have done anything big here either.
Yeah, but look at the amount of time that he played. Look at the
True.
teams that Dallas had in that time.
True. Ooh.
You know,
I mean, yeah.
knew he only got us one, and then he retired. What, 2 years later or something like that?
Yep. Because he got dealt to the Devils, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know, man. See, that's why when the trade talks come up, I kind of cringe and grimace. It's just like, you want to be careful because somebody could be that steal.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody could be one of those guys that people pretend to be a media on YouTube, and they're like, "Oh, this guy just burned everybody up and that team got hosed." That's
Yeah.
just no, you don't
Or
want to.
or he's that guy that everyone hates. Then he goes to another organization and just lights it up, proving that
Ah,
we did not have the right coach.
yeah, see, that's part of it too. Like, there's no guarantee that X player could have fit in here because of the system. It's
Mm-hmm.
just, it's all a roll of the dice.
Oh yeah,
I couldn't do it at all.
yeah. It's a hard job. You know, you're 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 rolling the dice on every single one of these kids that you pick up.
Oh, for sure.
You
And
know,
then sometimes you look like a hero, sometimes you look like a zero.
exactly. You know,
Man.
so
Well, so from hero to zero, okay. Um, who do you think is going to be a guy that well, I think I've already asked you this, but I want to see if your points have changed on this. Do you think anybody else will stick out as a surprise to you come opening night?
um, I don't know because it's going to be a shock if the two kids somehow find their way into the lineup for opening night. Because because
Oh,
tech, because technically you can keep them for what, 10 games before
mm-hmm.
you have to send them back down.
It's like the Wyatt Johnston thing all
Yep.
over again.
You know, and like right now we're, what are we, 3 games, 2 games from opening night.
Yeah,
Wyatt and Rope are still dinged up with some kind of weird injury. Not really saying what they know or what anything is on them. So who's to say that Bork and Stankoven don't slide into those spots, not put any pressure for Rope and Johnson to get healthy, you know, and you let the kids have a run for 10 games and then decide if you want to keep them up or send them back, you know. Because who's to say that we stay as healthy as we did last year?
right.
Because we were super, super fortunate that we did not have any major injuries last year.
True.
I mean, I think there was a few games that Miro missed when he got clacked in the face with a puck.
That man, oh my, getting hit in the face with a puck,
Yeah.
and then he came back looking like he got in a fight.
Oh yeah, yeah, he looked horrible.
He
Uh,
did.
but I think Mero had a couple of games that he missed in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think who else had any games missing. It's like I said, we didn't really have a lot of injuries this year or this last year.
Was Lundqvist hurt, or was he
No,
just taken out?
he was just either on the coach's crap list or whatever.
Oh, okay. What about Duchesne? Was he hurt? Why was he bought out? Do we know?
He was just bought out because of the new coaching system or the new coaching change.
Oh, okay. Well, that could be a blessing in disguise for us.
So let's see. Looking at the lineup, Dadonov, he got hurt at the end of the year.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Let's see. Jamie, I think, was good for all 82 games. Yep, 82.
Which was refreshing.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Jeez.
And Dadonov played 22 games with us, 23 games with us. So he played 73 total. So there was an injury somewhere in there. I know Hakanpää was injured a little bit. So I want to say Tyler played 76. So yeah, so there was some injuries here or there, but nothing was long term.
Right.
When Rope went down, they slid, Tyler up into that spot, and he kind of flourished and kind of got back on his, goal scoring. So
yeah, true. So, well, it'll be fun. Like all sorts of questions for me in my head. Duchesne, how's he gonna factor in? What can we expect from him? Sam Steele still got my curiosity going.
yeah.
The young kids, what do you do with them? Do you risk? Because I think maybe I'm wrong here. If you can clarify, feel free. If you put them up for 10 games, then doesn't that void a year of their contract?
I think if you keep them past the 10 games and then you try to send them back down, I think.
Oh, it's Pat. Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right because of Wyatt. Okay. So, that's a big risk too. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're going to have to consider that. And it's just Rupe and wow. There's a lot of questions that I have. And I mean, I don't even know where to start. Obviously, opening night. Are they going to be ready?
Oh, yeah. They'll be ready.
Hope so. There was no. I was going to say there was a time, but no, they didn't start off at all very slow last year. They came out all guns blazing.
Yeah, they came out guns blazing last year.
Can they live up to that again though?
I think with the lineup they have, they can. If they continue to play Coach D's style and the way he wants them to play, I don't see any reason why they can't.
What's funny is the way that he wants them to play actually works too.
Yeah.
Like, how often do you see players fit exactly into a system?
Yeah.
I mean, they usually have to tweak this, tweak that. But it seems like our guys fit right in. That's crazy.
Well, I think they just, think they were tired of of playing the defense first, because that's very much what Bones was, defense
Yeah.
first. Which
Mhm.
there's nothing wrong with that. Defense wins games, defense wins championships. But you know
You also got to put goals on the board too.
exactly. You know, and I think DeBoer's style is I think it's a happy medium between Lindy Ruff's first couple of years with us, where we could outscore our problems, and Bones and Hitchcock's system, to where we can defend and we can try to lock games down. Which they still got to kind of work on that, at locking a game down to where they're just playing relentless defense.
Hmm.
So
That
I
is one of the. Go ahead.
I would like to see them playing that. When you get a 2 or 3 goal lead, but not playing the dump and chase, um, system that they've done before.
Yeah,
So
that dump and chase did not work with that group at all.
now
That was
this year it might work a little better, because you've got guys like Duchesne that's hard in the corners. you know, I mean, the third line, the dump and chase worked, because you had Foxa, you had Delandria going in there. Um, the year before it worked pretty well. That third line was the lockdown line, the FCC line.
oh yeah,
So
that was a big line.
that line I have really really liked. Um, you know,
Foxa, Como, Cogliano.
yep,
That yeah,
yep,
yeah, that was some line. You knew stuff was about to go down the moment they hit the ice.
so,
That's kind of what I hope for this squad. Like, I want to see who jumps out on that line. Like, the moment they hit the ice, you know stuff's gonna go down, and you know they're in good hands.
yeah,
I hope it happens fast for them, because when Glendening left, and when I want to say when Domi left, I was kind of scratching my head. Like, yeah, sure they'll be fine, but do they have what it takes to replace them?
yeah,
I mean, people can develop into better players than players that were here before, obviously, but that crystal ball thing. What if they don't?
yeah,
Sam Steele, I feel like, is a gamble, but seeing his highlights, I'm going, hey, go for it.
yeah, yeah. I think he could be. You know, I think he can be a good player. Now whether he continues to stay up here or he ends up getting moved down, you know, that's that's to be seen. So
I think he's the one that has my attention. One of them, either Craig Smith or Sam Steele. I think it was actually it might have been both. I was in on their media availability. They both said they have a chip on their shoulder. They're ready to prove what they got.
yeah,
And not right then and there, I was sold. Like, okay, maybe that's what the Stars need. Somebody with a chip on their shoulder that feels like they were written off.
yeah.
And so, but where do they go? Would they go with the third line with maybe the kids?
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
those guys would definitely be probably third and fourth line. You're going to see Duchesne at least be second line. You know,
Woof. This team from top to bottom is just wow.
yeah,
I never dreamed Duchesne would be a star.
yeah. That's something I never thought I would see.
It was kind of like, I mean, I'm not saying he's the caliber player of Jaromir Jagr, but when Jagr came here, I never thought I'd see that day either.
Yeah.
Like, wow. And, oh, I just hope that Duchesne is not trade bait at some point. Because that Yager thing leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
What if, you know?
Yeah. But I think we'd have to be doing pretty bad to, you know, use Duchesne as trade bait.
You don't think he's like a Yager situation?
No, I think he would probably stay here for a while. So
Oh, wait a minute. It's different from Yager, too, because I think Yager signed a 1-year deal in that time, if I remember correctly.
I really
I think.
that was before my time of living in Dallas. So
Well, I just calmed myself down. I was going, oh crap, here we go, but no, because Duchesne signed a longer deal. So,
no, Duchesne's only on a 1 year deal.
oh, is he?
Yeah.
Who was I thinking about too?
Hanley.
Hanley. Okay, so Hanley may be the one. I don't know, man. I just want some hockey, dude. It's killing me.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, I can't watch it though. Sucks to be me, right?
Yep.
And you're gonna be there, you said, right?
I'll be there tomorrow night.
Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to bug you.
Be there tomorrow night. Then next day, get ready to fly up to Toronto on Thursday.
That's awesome. Oh yeah, the Hockey Hall of Fame and stuff.
Yeah, we're actually going to hit that. So
Nice. Well, okay. So the Stars are in the Central Division. How are you feeling that we stack up against them? The whole division. You think? Are we going to do what we did last year? Are we going to do better?
I think we're going to be fighting with Colorado the entire season. I think
Ooh.
it's going to be Dallas, Colorado, Minnesota will bring up third. Then everybody else is just kind of, doing their own thing.
So there's your most improved teams in the division right there. Then.
Oh, they're not the most improved. They were the three top teams last year. So,
Well, I mean, because Vegas, they
yeah,
won the cup, right?
yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know, man. I look forward to that. I really do. That's the games that stick out to me is the Vegas games because I just want to see how they do. Colorado as well, yes, but what was it? 2 years ago that they dispatched Colorado in the playoffs, or was it
Yeah.
3 years ago?
Well, it was the bubble.
Yeah, it was the bubble.
Well, the bubble, we dispatched Colorado and Vegas.
That's wild.
So we dispatched Vegas to get into the finals.
Yeah.
Or no, we dispatched Colorado to get into the finals. So
That's I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm searching for stuff to talk about. But hey, hockey's knocking at our door. It really is.
yeah, very, very close.
10 men to cut. That's all they have to do is cut 10 more men.
Yeah. Like I said, you could probably see the writing on the wall for a few of them. Demonanny, he's going back. He's just up here to, give the regular players some rest and work out with the team.
See, that's what I thought about that one goalie. I thought it was just a camp body.
I think some of them were.
Yeah, true.
But I figured Gibson, but I mean who knows? They could still maybe send him to Idaho. I don't know.
Oh boy,
who knows?
that'd be something, man. And you said something about them being brought down a peg in the popularity department, the Stars, because of what was it, baseball?
Oh, because of the Rangers making the playoffs, you
Dude,
can guarantee the media will not talk for a single thing about the Stars until the Rangers are done.
we gotta change that. I don't know how you change that, but we gotta change that. That is weak. You know, they deserve every bit of attention that the Rangers get, if not more.
Oh yeah. Well, like I said the other night, they sit there and talked about the Cowboys, the Rangers, the Mavericks, FC Dallas. Didn't say a word that Dallas had just, you know, smacked around Minnesota, you know. So, but that's our local media for us.
I don't think I saw the game that they won 7-1 or whatever it was on the
Yeah.
highlights.
Nope, not a single highlight.
Man, y'all gotta do better. Like all Dallas area teams need to be covered, man.
Well, I mean, especially one that, was almost in the Stanley Cup finals last year, you know. But like I said, they would talk and 96 or whatever the tickets numbers are. They would talk about the Dallas Cowboys if they went 0-16, they would still talk about them for 6 hours a day on the radio.
Mm,
But
they need more hockey people.
but when you've got the Dallas, Dallas is leading their division, sometimes leading their, the Western Conference, when they were playing peekaboo with Vegas, they would very rarely talk about it.
Well, see, okay, here's an interesting question for you, coming from a guy that wants to be a part of that media. Do you want that attention on them if they haven't been there to begin
Yes.
with?
Yes.
Because,
That's
like,
that is how you build more people to come in. Oh, damn, you're not in that group. Never mind, sorry.
well, true, but it's kind of bandwagon. Like, okay, here's the thing. When um when I got myself, well, a friend of mine got me on Channel 8, just talking about the Stars, they needed my info.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, you want to cover the Stars, why are you having me do it?
Yeah.
It screams bandwagon to me. Like, if you're gonna hop on the bandwagon, start at game one. And if it
But
takes you to
but even bandwagon fans spend money. And
yeah,
that's
that's true.
and that's what it's ultimately about, putting butts in the seats, you know. And I mean, like where we sit in section 329, we never have the same people sitting around us.
Well, that's
We're
good.
always having people, oh, this is like, my first or second game. This is my first time seeing the Stars play or whatever, you know. And because I'm always, chatty with them, you find out that they're from other cities, and they wanted some hockey, so they came to a Stars game, and then we'd see them for 2 or 3 games, and then we went and bought a 10 game plan, so they became part of the season ticket holders, you know, so you know that's how we all started out. We all started out about hearing about hockey, let me go look at this, and then we all got hooked.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
me, it started with the Corpus Christi ice race. You probably started with, Allen or probably Dallas, you know.
Oh, it was Dallas. I was where were we? We were in Fort Hood or Cavazos now.
Okay.
And we were moving as the Stars were coming here. We
Oh,
were moving to Chicago. So I saw Belfour in Chicago. And I was hooked from then because I
Yeah.
saw him, and genuinely, like, he is the only player from the 90s in Chicago I remember.
Mm.
I can't remember a single soul that played for them other than him. And that's when I got hooked. And so, yeah, Chicago has a part of my heart when it comes to hockey, but that's about it. That's where I started because that's all I had. Boom. I'm hooked. And then it was a video game of all things. And so when we got to Oklahoma, after my dad retired from the Army, that is when it really grew because of the Oklahoma City Blazers,
Mm-hmm.
who were the Stars team at the time. And yeah, that I was hooked right after that. So it was about like 94, 95, 96, those 3 years. And yeah, you're right. That's how it all starts. Like, it all starts with a little bit of time
Mm-hmm.
dabbling, I guess, for lack of a better.
Yeah.
But like, come on, man, they deserve a lot more than 20 seconds, 10
Oh
seconds.
yeah. Yeah.
Which is where I get kind of stingy. Like, okay, if you're not going to cover them all the time, then don't cover them at all.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, there were guys in the playoffs, reporters in the playoffs that were covering Dallas, and were covering them pretty hard and putting articles up and everything. And I would call these guys out every single time. I'd be like,
You
dude,
call
where
me
where
out.
was your article, when we were leading the Western Conference,
Yes.
for several weeks, you know.
Yes.
And I was like, no, you were too busy covering the Cowboys, you know, or
Yes.
you were too busy covering, the Rangers or whatever. Because last year the Rangers still got a lot of talk, and they sucked. You know,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Granted, they're way better this year. So
But still, like, I the thing that I was trying to get at was I don't understand how they can be one of the most consistent teams in DFW
mm-hmm.
and nobody gives a crap.
Yep.
Like, how? Oh, it just makes my skin just. I don't know. I'm getting riled up again. I don't get it. And no, like, there's been writers that I used to write with that tried to cover them, and I'm going, you don't even watch them where you are. Why are you writing about them? It's even like that. Like, come on, man, pay attention or don't. And they're about to have 82 games of my full attention. I know that for a fact.
Yeah. So
Well, I
yeah.
mean, tangent alert. I don't know. Let's see. Who do we think is going to be in the Western Conference Finals? Do you have any prediction, even though it's way too early?
I still think Dallas has a chance. I still think Colorado has a chance.
It'll come down to Dallas and Colorado.
I think it could come down to Dallas and Colorado out of the Central.
Ah,
I
yes.
still think it's going to be either Vegas or Edmonton come out of the Pacific.
Ooh.
Because even though LA's made some improvements, I don't think they're. I think they're kind of in the same boat Edmonton is with the goalies.
Mm, good, but not good enough.
Yeah,
Okay.
I, I Gorgiev from Colorado, he's going to be their workhorse. I mean he was. I think he had one more shutout than Jake did last year. And I think he had a couple of more wins than Jake did last year.
Wow.
And Jake had 37 last year. I think Jake can get to 40 this year.
You think Jake can get to 40?
I think he could get to 40 wins this year.
Right on. I hope you're right.
You
And
know, as long as long as they play, solid like they did, you know.
oof, uh, that's gonna be crazy, dude. I'll say Jake goes 42 wins.
Because you look at his performance from 21 when he got kind of thrown in. He started 46. He had 30 wins,
Yeah.
15 losses, one overtime loss. Shocking. Then he goes to 2022. He's got 61 starts. He's got 37, 11 losses, but he's got 11 overtime losses.
So that overtime loss thing, that's their bugaboo right now.
Hmm. So, you know,
You can't blame all the losses on him either, though.
no,
They got
no, you can't blame him. It's never all on the goalie. He's the last line of defense, but you know,
you gotta
there's
have
other guys
defense
out
in
there
front of
with
him.
him.
Yeah,
So,
gotta have the right mix of people, and
yeah.
that's gonna be fun to see because Duchesne, you got Sam Steele. This is gonna be a fun season, dude. And
It's really, I mean, with Jake, every year he's gotten better.
yeah,
His 2020, he had 24 wins, 24 starts, 11 wins, 8 losses. That one he had 7 overtime losses. That's the year that he literally scared the crap out of me every time we went to overtime because he would bite on the first move every single time and they would just slip it past him. But he was
yeah,
still very, very young. He was what, 20, 21. So
hmm
he was still very young. He got better. Next year, he almost tripled his wins, you know, bumping up to 30 wins. And then this year, he goes to 37, you know. So I think he could very easily get to 40 wins. I think he could push probably 40, 45. Um, so, but like they were talking on NHL radio today, a fan was called in about uh, Tampa with Vasilevsky, you know,
Uh-oh.
and like the caller was saying, he's like, they can't keep riding him, you know, 60, 65 games a year and
Mhm.
expect him not to break down. That's why Dallas has got to get a solid goal, backup goaltender behind him
Yeah,
that can take another 20, 25 starts, you know, and if out of that 25 starts, if he can win 75% of those games, we're in a great spot.
yeah. And see, that's where I kind of got the idea for the backup goalie competition, I guess, between Wedgwood and Murray. Like, I would have
Mm-hmm.
liked to seen that because, that shows me that, I mean, Wedgwood's still good, but that would show me that Matt Murray was ready to take that next step.
Yeah. Oh, I think Murray's going to eventually take that step. So,
Oh, can you imagine Murray and Ottinger as your goalie tandem? Ooh,
well, I mean, he's had some good games, but then there was some games that he got when Wedgwood was hurt that he didn't look that good.
yeah,
You know,
true.
so
Well, it'll be fun.
yeah,
Once again, 10 players left to cut, and then they're on to the big games. It counts as of 2 games from now, right?
yeah,
That's gonna be crazy. And if y'all want us to predict the opening day roster, man, I got nothing.
yeah.
I can give you 2 lines. That's about it. Don't really know
So let,
about the rest.
let me give you some numbers on how much talking about working your goaltender basically to death.
Okay.
So Vasilevsky, he's was back up to Bishop.
Yep.
So 16, he had 47 starts. I think Bishop was still there. 17, I think, is when Bishop got traded. He had 64 starts. 18, he had 53. 19, he had 52. 2020, of course, that was the shortened season. He had 42. 21, he had 63 starts. Last year, he had 60 starts.
Good grief.
You know, so and Bishop was the same way. He was that workhorse, and eventually the guy just wore out.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I hope Dallas does not do with Jake, and just riding him because he's young and because he's very, very competitive. He wants to be in the net all the time.
Yeah. You're gonna have to tell the kid when to quit if he doesn't
Yeah,
know how.
exactly. They need to get that good, solid backup that, can go in there and take 25, maybe 30 games off his plate, because if you go into the playoffs, then you're playing another, possibly, 24 to 30 games,
Yeah.
so
Yikes.
so
Well, you got Matt Murray waiting in the wings.
yeah.
We'll see.
Oh, a new signing for, I'm just fumbling through NHL.
Uh-oh.
Trevor Zegras signed a 3-year deal for $17.25 million. Wow, that's a cap friendly hit. $5.75 million.
Holy.
Very, very cap friendly.
$5 million.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, dude.
5.75.
Talk about a steal.
Yeah. But it's a bridge deal, so they're gonna try to put some people around that kid and whoever else that they just picked up in the draft. So
Well, I mean, they're set then.
I mean, you think, in another year, we're going to be looking at a bigger contract for Wyatt. If Wyatt throws up another good year, he's going to be looking at a decent size upgrade in contract.
Oh, shoot. That's a scary thought.
Yeah.
That is wild, actually. Wyatt Johnston doing better than what he already is.
Yep.
It's coming, too. You know it is.
Oh, yeah. Well, as soon as those, big old contracts are gone of, Jamie and Tyler's, some other kids are going to get some good sized money.
Jeez. Well, how do you think Tyler is going to factor into the team? Speaking of Jamie and Tyler,
He looked good last night.
He looked good.
He looked good. He had some shots. He was battling for the puck, and he looked good.
Well, that's good. Because I've been seeing people on social media say, "Oh, we might need to cut Jamie and Tyler." That's still going.
That's because you can't fix stupid. That's why you can't do a buy. You can do a buyout, but that's why Matt Duchene's making $10 million this year, and only 3 of it's from Dallas.
Holy moly!
The other 7 is coming from the Predators.
Oh, that's right.
That's why Minnesota right now is paying an extra $14 million off their cap hit because of Suter and Parisi buyouts.
Yeah.
Just because you buy them out, they still got to get the full pay of their contract.
Yep.
So, you pay for it one way or another.
And with that means you have to be a smart GM.
Exactly. You got to be a smart GM. You got to have a good numbers guy working for you, and Mark Janko. So,
We're just gonna say that the Stars have the best GM. Well, they did this year.
yeah, they did this year.
I like it. I really
It's
do.
just you've got to, as much as people hate to admit it, you've got to run it like a business. There's been
Yeah.
fan favorites that we've let walk or traded off or whatever.
Yep. Sure have.
So look at the amount of people that were highly upset when Brendan Burrow was, I think traded off.
I was one of them.
So
I was 100% one of them. I was like, I thought that was going to be the mistake that bit him in the butt for years to come, and no, it wasn't.
yeah. And he still comes to the games, So evidently there's no hard feelings.
Which is good. Or wait a minute, could that mean it's actually a business?
Yeah.
Since you said that already, I figured I would just kind of chime in there.
So
All right, man. Well, I don't know what else we can say.
I think we're pretty good on it.
You want to go ahead and close it out here?
Yeah, sounds like a good place. And then I'll give you updates on the game tomorrow night.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to it.
So I know I won't be able to talk to you before I leave, but
Hey, that's fine. I'll take whatever I can get. You know that.
maybe when I get back and everything, we'll hook up again before opening night. I can give you some details and.
Yeah, I would appreciate that. Sweet deal. Well, I want to thank you for your time. It's always a blast having you on the show.
Not a problem.
You actually helped this keep moving because, like, I was running out of things to say really quick.
Oh yeah, I can rattle on for hours if need be.
Well, you're the perfect co-host for the show, then, man.
It might not always be about the Stars, but it eventually comes back to them. So
you got to throw your Cowboy slander in there.
Oh yeah, got to get my jabs in there. Can't jab you this week because y'all beat Belichick. So it's who really cares? I guess he didn't get enough film tape on the Cowboys. So.
Huh. You mean from all the times that Tom Brady beat him?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Man, what a shame! What a shame. Well, I guess the age-old question, is it October yet, can finally be answered. Thank God.
Yep, it's October.
It is, and there's big things upcoming.
Yep.
Questions being, can Jake go for 40 wins, if not more? We'll see that answer.
Can he be in that Vesna hunt this year?
Oh, solid point. Can he, though?
Can he be in the Vesna hunt? Can Miro be in the Norris hunt?
Oh, my. That might be a topic for one of our next shows. What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Because I think he could easily be in the Norris hunt. He should be.
Oh, yeah. I don't think Carlson's going to have his 101 points with Pittsburgh.
Oh, he's in Pittsburgh this year.
Yeah, he got traded to the old man's team.
The old man's team.
Yeah. Old but
Man.
good, you know.
Yeah. They're very rarely bad, if you ask me.
So should be a very interesting year.
Yeah. Finally, preseason's coming to an end too.
Yep.
Counting just a couple of days, and then you know, here's a question that I really would like to have answered real quick. Can they get to the Stanley Cup before the Cowboys hit the Lombardi again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they don't have Dak playing for them.
Hey, that's my quarterback
See
there.
if there was a person or a former person from the Stars that would be compared to Dak, I can guarantee most every single person in Dallas would say Klinger because of his
Ow.
turnovers.
Ow.
And the same way would be with Dak.
Man, I've got no argument. That sucks. I want to defend him, but I got nothing. Okay.
I
Man,
still want to see how the kid from San Francisco is going to do.
Brock Purdy?
No, the one they traded for. It was
Was
like
it?
the second or third overall pick. Trey something.
Oh yeah, that kid.
Yeah.
I forgot his last name. See, I'm so ready for October, and I love the Cowboys. I forgot the dude's name. It says a lot about my fandom, doesn't it?
Yep. Bandwagoner.
Oh please! Just because I throw my Cowboy stuff back in the closet midway through the season doesn't mean nothing.
Midway?
Sometimes 2 weeks in.
Yeah, you'd be like that Fansville commercial.
Oh jeez.
They start burning all their stuff. Guys, it's just the first play.
Ha! No, I would never burn my jerseys. No, sir. Especially not if they were given to me.
No.
If I spent my own money on it, maybe. Maybe. But if it was a gift, absolutely not. That thing's going in the closet on a hanger, and I'll see it next season. That bugs me too. All the people that burn their jerseys.
Oh yeah. If I don't like it anymore, I just throw it in the closet.
Yeah. Mine ends with being angry. Like, okay, I'm annoyed with you. Bye. Be gone. Not be gone forever.
Yeah.
Shoot, I've thrown my star stuff in the closet before.
Yeah, no, I'm sure.
Longhorns too.
No.
He said, "I'm sure." Hey man, I try not to be the biased writer, dude. So that's why you get what you get from me. Honest to goodness truth.
Yeah. No, I won't go there.
Did I open up a whole new can of worms?
It could be.
Wait, against me or others?
Oh, against you.
Against me.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, they choked. Yeah, and you'd get blocked for a few days.
For a few days.
Well, sometimes 30.
Sometimes 30. Wait a minute. So you would send me another friend request then? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, it just unblocks after 30 days.
Oh, it does. Let's see. I didn't know that. Now I've got to go reevaluate some of the things I've done on social media. Ooh.
Uh-huh. You don't ever hear me bashing the Stars on social media. I'll give them constructive criticism.
That's what I do.
No, saying they choked is not constructive criticism.
No, that's stating a fact.
That's not always stating a fact. You get beat.
How do you explain fighting for the overtime just to let it all go up in smoke? That's a choke.
No, that's not joke.
Oh, come on. This is what you guys have to look forward to all season if I can get him on more.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna
I will not cut you any slack.
be good. Hold me accountable.
So, I I will discuss it honestly, and
Come on now. I feel like that was another jab. Jeez. Oh man. All right. Well, I won't
all
take
right.
up any more of your time.
I guess
So,
we will leave it at that.
yeah, me feeling threatened. Where's the suspenseful music? Like the horror music, like, there's a killer about to get you. We need some of
What?
that music.
Jaws? Dun, dun, dun. So,
No. No.
or Jason come creeping down your hallway and you running into the wall.
Oh, no, that hurts. Ow. And yeah, no, because new wheels. I'm running into walls anyway. No, screw that mess.
So,
Okay. Well, once again, thank you.
not a problem.
And
Oh,
BS,
always fun.
it is, man. I love doing this with you. I could do this with you every day if you could.
Oh, I think we'd run out of things to talk about.
Oh, shoot. We'd end up just shooting the breeze. Kind
Yeah,
of like what we're doing right now.
I don't think anybody would tune into the podcast then.
Well, no, not for the hockey part of it. That's what we're on the network for. We're here
Yep.
to talk hockey and
So,
can't wait to talk about how the Stars choke now and again.
mm-hmm.
I genuinely love this dude. He's one of the best friends I've got. And my brother from another mother, as I call him.
Yep.
All right, man. Well,
Well, just as long as you don't lose a bet and you end up in a Sooner jersey again.
oh,
Damn it.
jeez. No,
Oh,
never
no,
again.
no more of those bets.
Oh, my gosh. Wait, that's coming this weekend, too.
That is this weekend.
Uh-oh.
I'm unfortunately gonna have to be watching it on my phone because I don't think they're gonna play American college football in Canada.
No, probably not.
So,
Well, I'm going to need you to help me stay off social media this weekend then, if you can.
oh, I'm gonna be gone all weekend.
38-year-old man needs a babysitter. Oh, boy.
Oh, there's times that I've had to do it when if we're at a game or something like that, and UT's playing that night, I'll avoid social media until the next morning when I can get up and watch the game and fast forward through all the commercials and watch the game in 2 hours instead of 4. So
That's not a bad idea.
I've already I reset the DVR to record it 2 weeks ago. So
Wow. All right. You're ready.
yeah, so I don't have to worry about remembering to, but I'll still come home and watch it no matter the win or lose. So
Yeah. That's dedication right there.
hopefully it's another blowout win and we get ranked number 1.
That'd be nice.
So
But you got OU playing high schoolers too. So,
yeah, that's true. Playing Tulsa.
but dude, oh, this is a conversation for off the podcast. But
Oh yeah.
I'm going to have to probably. Do you mind if I call you after this?
I'm getting ready to go jump in the shower and get ready for bed. I
All
still
right.
got an early photo shoot in the morning.
Well, I'll leave you a message about this because you're going to get a laugh
All right.
if you didn't already see it. Because I kind of got trolled a little bit with sarcasm. It made me mad. And I found out the dude was just being sarcastic. And I was like, okay. So.
Is she about to ban him for 30 days?
I don't know, man.
You know, that block button is pretty easy to find.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
What if I can't read it?
Yeah. You just hit the first one that says 30 on it.
Sorry. I don't have one of those from the iPad.
Oh well.
We're gonna start bashing Apple now. Okay.
Nothing really good about Apple anyway, so.
I knew that was coming. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well.
All right, man. You have a good night.
You as well, sir. Thanks again.
We will talk to you in next week sometime, and we'll get ready for opening night. We'll see. We'll see who is on the team opening night.
It's killing me. I want to know so bad.
So for opening night, be watching for my page because I will live stream it for at least the opening ceremonies.
Oh, sweet. That's good to know.
You know, for some people that don't have cable and live in a cave.
Oh. He threw a jab at me again.
Ba-da-bum.
Oh no.
So yes, I will live stream it and everything. So
all righty. Well, I'll be looking forward to that then.
It'll cut right as the national anthem finishes. So.
Well, that's kind of rude.
Well, as it finishes.
Oh, as it finishes. Yeah, no, that's not rude. Okay. I stand corrected if I could stand.
Well, so. All right, man. We will talk to you later.
All right.
I'll message you when I get back from the lovely land of Canada. So
maple syrup.
Oh, yeah. Might bring some back this time.
Oh.
Their maple syrup is just delicious.
Interesting. All right.
So, all right, man. Have a good night. We will talk to you later.
You too. And thank you guys for listening. We are out of here.
All right. Have a good night.
You too, man.
All right. Bye.
Bye.